Hello friends, I'm delighted to welcome you to this webinar series on Learn to CAT for effective assurance and compliance. This is the third webinar on this series. In this presentation, we will be discussing how you can learn to CAT, which is use computer assisted audit techniques using ECAT. Before I get started, I just want to know, is my voice clear? I hope you're able to hear me clearly. Okay, let me go ahead. This presentation will consist of three parts. In the first part, I'm going to give you an overview of what is ECAT Pro all about. Second, I'll give you a demo of a case study of how ECAT has been used for doing audit of GST. Third, we'll walk through the latest additions in the release of November 2020. We have added 6 new functions and made some more enhancements. We'll be looking at that also. So this is a quick introduction about myself. I'm a chartered accountant. I passed my CA in 1985 and the CISA in 1995. And I have special expertise in data analytics, BI, and COBIT. I've been very passionate about promoting use of technology among CAs. And I've been working on developing this data analytics software since the last 10 years. This is a vision of a company. We aspire to be a global leading solution provider in data analytics for empowering professionals to realize the potential by applying thought to technology. We strongly believe chartered accountants are intellectuals and we should know how to use our knowledge and expertise in harnessing the power of technology. This is a broad strategy. With innovative software solutions, we wish to empower CAs and CXOs to harness the power of technology to provide validation through IT-enabled service offerings. This is our approach, deploying systems and solutions for scaling up services for empowering you to serve your clients in short time with greater value addition and higher use of technology. So our solutions are made for the new age digital auditor. So we'll train you on how to future-proof your career and accelerate growth. Let's first look at the first part of the presentation. Before I get going, let me check whether we are on track. Yeah. So let's get a quick idea of what is ECAT Pro all about. If I were to just summarize in one short sentence, ECAT Pro is all about data analytics in a few clicks. ECAT Pro is India's first CAT software. It makes life easier for CAs. This has been developed by a team of experts, which includes chartered accountant, technologists, and business domain experts. And it has taken more than 25 years in developing this software. This software has the right blend of simplicity, ease of use with few clicks, and you can use it with minimal training. Excel is an excellent tool. Anyone who knows how to use Excel can very easily learn how to use ECAT Pro. What is ECAT Pro all about? This is a data analytics software specially designed for CAs and their teams. Compared to other software, ECAT Pro is an add-in to MS Excel software. It's easy to learn and very simple to use. It has the look and feel of MS Excel, but with the power of the database. It has more than 110 functions. You can perform complex analytics in a few clicks, and it also has auto documentation. Let's look at the two important software which are in this series now, ECAT Enterprise and ECAT Pro. If you look at from the perspective of the usage and you look at the panels, both the software have 7 panels. You got curate, profile, analyze or sampling, investigate or relate, documents, utilities and tools. And curate function is primarily used. All the functions in the curate are primarily used as Excel enhancers or time savers. The profile panel can be used for data analytics or fraud investigation. The analyzer, the functions in the analyzer sampling can be used for data analytics or fraud investigation. Similarly, the functions in investigate or relate, there are totally 92 functions in ECAT Enterprise and 20 in ECAT Pro. These can be used for business intelligence, MIS or fraud investigation. You also have documentation features and you also have Excel enhancers or time savers in the utilities and the tools panel. If you look at a comparison based on the features, now you see you have got Excel enhancers or time savers. So there are about 178 functions in ECAT Pro and about 34 functions in ECAT Pro, 34 functions, and ECAT Enterprise 178 functions. Data analytics or FI, you have got 116 functions. In ECAT Pro, there are 60 functions. And business intelligence and documentation, you got the list of functions. Why use ECAT Pro? As I said earlier, ECAT Pro is an add-in to MS Excel. It enhances your skills and tools and enables you to audit digital data in a very simple way. You can grow your professional team and esteem, and you can gain recognition as a thought leader. In the case study, I'm going to demonstrate to you how very easy it is to use ECAT and harness the power of this technology. And there's no doubt that you can increase the productivity of your time and you can accelerate your income earning capability, because for a professional, time is money. And if you're able to do much more in lesser time, then definitely you can enhance or accelerate your income earning capabilities. Not only that, you can provide better assurance with a greater assurance to your clients, and you can add value. And you can develop empowering reach and impact, because you can audit any client, whatever be the size. When they have data digitally available, you can use the power of data analytics to audit much more faster and provide value addition. So the bottom line in using ECAT Pro is applying thought to technology. We provide you the tools and techniques. You got the knowledge and skills. We provide you the tools and techniques so that ultimately you are able to provide value addition to your clients. Now, if you look at 3 distinct users of ECAT Pro, you have the auditors who can use ECAT Pro to find answers to audit questions. You have fraud investigators who can identify possibilities of fraud, where is the evidence of fraud, where is the audit trail, etc. Similarly, you also have management. How can I better manage my business? So this is possible because you can query the lot of MIS and analytics features which are there in ECAT Pro, which can be used by CXOs. How to use ECAT Pro? The concept is explained in the slide. Using CATs, which is Computer Trusted Audit Tools and Techniques, requires that you understand the business process, which we already do. We also need to understand the related and the relevant regulatory requirements. We need to understand the organizational structure, which includes the segregation of duties, the authorization limit, and the access limits. Based on that, we need to know how the technology has been deployed within the enterprise to automate the business process. What are the controls which are embedded inside technology? Once we understand this, it becomes very easy for us to get the relevant data in a digital format and use CATs to audit the digital data and provide value addition. These are the 7-step approach for doing data analytics. First, identify and document the scope and objective of the assurance of the compliance assignment. You need to be very clear about what is that you want to accomplish. Second, you need to know what is the information which is required for the audit. Where is this information available? What is the audit scope and objectives? And you need to collect the relevant data from the client in the required digital format. For example, in the case of ECAT, it's very simple. Any data file which is available in Excel, which can be opened in MS Excel, you can do the audit. You need to review the data to understand what each column of the data signifies. What is the data type? What is the data available? and how does it impact the relevant business controls. Next, you review and curate the data so that you get the data in the required format ready for audit. And next, you confirm the data is complete by comparing with the relevant business records. And next, you will understand the business process and the related controls and the validations which need to be reviewed. And you perform the relevant tests to get the results. This gives you another 7-step approach for using ECAT Pro for data analytics. First, get the data ready for data analytics. Make a copy of the files so that you can perform the analysis only on copy of the file. Perform Harmonize Sheet. Harmonize Sheet is the function which is available in ECAT to get the data and the headers in the right format. It's very important to ensure that in the case of using ECAT, the data has to be available in a tabular format. So you need to ensure that data is available in the required structure. Tabular structure means the first row will have the headers. And after that, you will have all the data. And there are no empty rows and blank columns. You document the field description. What is the type of data which is available? What are the column headers? What are the meaning of this particular columns? Identify the business rules and the validations. For example, let's say there's a column which gives you the amount. What are the rules pertaining to that amount? Suppose you're auditing TDS. What are the business rules pertaining to TDS? What is the data available? And how do you validate? You should understand this particular process. Then whenever you get the data, it could be coming from a software and the data could be available to you in a particular format. So you need to ensure that you get the data and you keep the data only which is required for your audit. Delete the fields which are not required so that the audit can be done much more faster. Review the field formats and change it to the required format if required. For example, if you got data which is a date related structure, you need to ensure that the data is readable in Excel and it's in the date format. Next, remember, ECAT can perform all the functions and display the results. But the most important and critical thing is drawing inference and drawing insights from the digital data or from the result of the digital data. And that is done by you as the auditor with your domain skills and expertise. I'll show you a case study in another few minutes where you'll see how using ECAT, we have been able to do tremendous amount of analysis with the data available provided by the clients. But to draw inference, you need to know the business rules. What are the features of ECAT? So if you look at these images, you get the clarity that MS Excel is definitely an excellent tool, but it's like a knife. Whereas ECAT or a data analytics software is more like a Swiss knife. It is a multidimensional set of tools which can be used for enhancing the use of MS Excel. It provides business intelligence and MIS features on the fly. And most important, you can perform data analytics in a few clicks. These are the panels. I'll quickly show you in a short time what are the panels and what are the functions. These are the panels. If you see here, you got the curate, which used primarily for getting the data ready for audit. You do the profiling, which is the first step for understanding how is the data organized. And then you analyze the data, you investigate the data, document the audit steps which you performed, and then you also have utilities and tools. This gives you the summary of how do you perform data analytics. You understand the business process controls, identify which is the information criteria you are evaluating. For example, let's say I'm looking at GST audit. If I'm looking at GST audit, I want to check whether the local sales have been charged CGST and SGST only and at the applicable rates. And if there are interstate sales, these are not charged at the local rates, but they are charged at IGST. I'll show you an example where you'll see how this can be verified very quickly for thousands of transactions. Depending on the criteria you set for audit, you'll require the required tools and the techniques or the functions from the software to perform the analysis, and you get the reports. Once you get the reports, you should be able to analyze the report so that you can draw inference or prepare your report. So when you use data analytics software like ECAT Pro, you find that you can do more in less time. You can also watch demo. So I'm going to the first case study, which I said, demo of GST audit case data with the results. We'll also next look at the overview of the updates, the new functions which have been added, and I'll also give you a demo of the functions. Let me open Excel and show you how ECAT looks like and what are the functions available. I hope you're able to see my ECAT function. If you see here, you've got multiple, this is the Excel form which I opened, Excel worksheet. Here you got ECAT Pro. When you click on ECAT Pro, you find these are all the panels which are available. These are all the functions which are available. So that's why I say ECAT Pro is an add-in to MS Excel. So when you click on ECAT Pro, you have this Curate panel. In Curate, we have got the remove menu. Under remove menu, you have got so many functions. Similarly, if you go to transform menu, you got, let's say, 6 functions here. Similarly, if you come to the format menu, you got 4 functions. If you see here, for each of the functions, this is the panel. You got the menu, and then you got the functions. And we also give a brief overview of what are each of these functions and how do you perform the functions. Now, second, if you look at the profile menu, you have statistics profile panel. You got the statistics menu, stratify menu, then summarize menu. Under each of them, you got specific functions. And then you have the analyze panel, under which you got the duplicate menu. Under duplicate, you got 5 functions. I'll show you a quick demo a little later. Now, if you see identify, you got a host of functions under the identify. Now, this is an Excel sheet, which is also available to you as a PDF. It's also available online. So if you see here, duplicate menu, this gives you the list of functions and tells you what the function performs briefly. For example, when you say identify duplicate functions, when you perform, it displays all the duplicate records in the selected column. For example, you got the invoice file, which has got the invoice number. You want to find out, are there any duplicate records in the particular column of invoice number? You can run this function. There may be thousands of records. It can give you the result in a few seconds and give you specifically which are the functions which are duplicates, which are the records which are duplicated, or the invoice numbers which are duplicated. Similarly, you want to find out records which are unique, which means these transactions have happened only once during the particular period. You can identify the uniques. You can also remove the duplicates, which means you want to keep only one set of records and you can remove the duplicate. For example, let's say you got a set of salary data and the salary data is available for the full year. Now you want to prepare the list of employees for whom the salary has been prepared during the year. So in that case, what you should do is from that salary data, which is available, which consists of all the salary payment during the year, you can use this function remove duplicates. This will remove all the duplicate records and it will give you one record, unique record, and one record for each of the duplicate records. Similarly, you got same, different, same row, etc. Now let's go to the next one, which is identify. If you see here, you got identify format, gaps. Then you have filter, which is also one more function compared to what is there in Excel. This is a dynamic filter, which means dynamically you can do much more compared to what you can do in Excel. You also have functions pertaining to the investigate panel, where you can do a comparison based on the files, based on the worksheet, based on the column, based on the values. You can also compute and compare or join and compute. These are the various functions available. You can also use functions in the analyze. You can generate MIS, do Pareto analysis, ABC analysis. You can also do a cross-tab analysis and sparkline analysis. You also have functions under investigate in the explore menu, where you can compute the relative size factor, the maximum variance factor, Benford law, or validate return. Similarly, you have the relate panel, which has got all the functions for joining 2 files and drawing the relationship or the inference. You have the sampling. There are about 20 plus functions of sampling, where you can do multiple types of sampling. You also got utilities. This is how the software functions are organized. Now, if you just see here, let me go home. Now, if you see here, if you look at the panel, if I just filter this based on the panel, you find there are totally, including the header, these are the panels which are available. Okay, similarly, if you look at the functions, let's look at what are the total number of functions. There will be totally 112 functions in ECAT Pro. These are all the list of functions which are available. Now, this is just to give you an idea about what are the functions which are available in ECAT. Now let's go to the demo. I want to open one case where we have this data pertaining to a client. Now this is the data they shared. This is the original data, outward original. This is the GST record for the period 2019 and 20. Okay, now they have this outward original file which they shared with us, and this we organized. I said we always make a copy of the file and do the analysis. We made a copy of this file, and I said we use the curate function to remove all the unwanted rows at the top because we wanted the first row to have the headers. Okay, after that, we also organized the data in such a way that there are no special characters. We also identified which are the columns and what are the meaning of each of these columns. This is what I said is the business process rules, and which are the columns we are going to use for reference. And then we had the list of audit functions which the client wanted us to perform. Now, if you see here, this is what the query they had. They wanted to perform total sales to GSTN by total sales to all the parties. This, I said, this is a very simple function which can as well be done in MSX itself. You don't need data analytics software for this. So we don't want to reinvent the wheel when you're using a data analytics software. Data analytics software is used extensively when you have large amount of data. But if you want to perform simple mathematical functions, Excel is more than enough, and Excel could be useful. So use the tools as required depending on the need. Now, in this case, they said, can you prepare a sales summary from the sales system, highlighting the different types of sales, let's say B2B, B2C, SEZ, exports, nil rated, like that they gave various requirements. We said it can be performed using a function called classify in ECAT. Similarly, they said rate-wise summary. I said this can be performed using summary. So here, can we extract the financial credit note from the credit note register? For example, credit note for which GST is not provided. I said we can do classify with a condition. Now, duplicate invoice numbers, can we check? I said we can do it using identify duplicate. Now, identify the debit note, credit note issued to the next finance for the invoice issued in the current year. I said there is a function called compare files through which we can perform. Okay, summary of the HSN, UOM, quantity wise sales, etc. I said you can classify on multiple fields. Like that, we gave a list of functions, they gave a list of requirements, and I said this is how this particular analysis can be performed. What I'd like to do now is I'll show you, this is the list of functions they wanted to perform. I'll show you how these functions are performed and what is the result we got from this. Now here I'm coming to the demo data. I've opened two files. Now let me pick up the next file. This is the data they shared. I'm once again make a copy of the data. See, this is the data they shared. Okay, we had this data, which is the inward and the outward, this for this particular month. Okay, now let me go to the one more file, which has got the results. They share two types of data, one with single rates, second with multiple rates. Now this data, what I'm opening now, this file which I'm opening, not only has the data, but it also has the analysis which you performed. If I come here, now let's say I go to the beginning, this is the index sheet which is automatically created by ECAT when you perform any analysis of functions. Now if you see, it gives a list of all the files which are there, worksheets which are there in this workbook. It also gives the number of rows, number of columns, and the number of cells. For example, now let me go to quick summarize. Now this was performed using a function in ECAT called as summarize. Okay, using now, for example, if you see summarize here, we have got this function called quick summarize. We perform this quick summarize to get the result here. What does it give me? It gives me what are the sales as per each rate of tax. For example, 36 tax percentage, how many sales have happened? 20, 12, and 5. Okay, I get the count and I also get the percentage of count. I get the total taxable value, percentage of tax value. Similarly, the same thing for CGST, then total, then SGST. So like that, I get this. Now, based on this itself, I can draw the inference. For example, for 36%, okay, is it applicable for CGST or SGST or IGST? Okay, so here you see, I get a complete overview of the data. This is about quick summarize. Now let me go to the next one. Here, if you see here, we are classified based on there is a column called document type. Now if you see here, this is the data. There is a column called document type. Another important thing you should remember, Whenever you're using data analytics software like eCAD Pro, you should remove the totals and the blank columns at the bottom. Otherwise, this will also be considered for analysis. Now, if you see here, this is the document type. If you look at the document type, you've got debit note invoices. Okay, similarly, let's say if you look at the document reference number, there are various types of document reference number. Similarly, if you look at the document date, it gives you the date. These are all the records for March. Okay, similarly, you get the place of supply. This gives you the place of supply. There are 3 states. We'll also see the results. Now, this gives you the rate of tax. Now, you see that these are the 5 types of taxes which have been applied. This gives you the taxable value, the IGST, CGST. In this case, we don't have any. Oh, we have IGST also. We have CGST and SGST. Now, let's come back to the data and see here. Now, here I said we are able to get the analysis based on the debit note and the invoice. Next, if you go further, this is a simple function. We just applied classify. Now you find there are 2. What are these 2 records? You remember, we showed you the last 2 records. One was the blank and the total. This is the data which is available here. So for us, this is not required. You can as well delete this data. Okay, now this is where it starts. There's one record where the document reference number is given as no. We are not sure what it is. It might be a mistake. And for each of the reference number, it gives what are the total number of records which are available and what is the sum of taxable value, sum of CGST value, SGST value, and the sum of the invoice value. Now let's go to the next one. Now if you see here also, we got the total column here. Now this is a classify based on the GSTN of the receiver. Now what is the inference you can draw? Now if you see here, there are 6,854 records where the GSTN of the receiver is not available. Okay, you also find this GSTN, this receiver, we've got 16 records. And this particular GSTN, we've got 1 sales. Now this GSTN, we've got 7 sales, which means we're able to get the complete summary of the sales as per the GSTN in 1 click. Okay, now I'm showing you to save time, I'm just directly showing you the results. I'll also show you the function little later. Now, if you see here, classify based on the place of purchase. Now I've got Maharashtra, these 2 lines are the blank lines. Now you got as per Maharashtra, state-wise, you saw 3 states. For each of the state, what are the sales, what are the count, and what is the total value? And this also based on the classify UOM, what they were given. So you find that most of the cases, they have not given the unit of measure. Next, you look at the analysis as per the IGST. Now you see IGST is applicable only in a few cases. You also have got cases where the 0 rate is also applied, and you also got negative values. Similarly, you got this based on the reference debit or debit note or credit note. These are the records which are available. Next, if you go to the next record, now here based on the reference of debit and credit note. There's one more based on the remarks they have written based on the voucher type. Now you remember one of the questions they had is, can I get the data organized or summarized as per the B2B or B2C? So you get this information. Now these are the different types. And now this is the character statistics, which tells you what are the total number of rows, what are the total number of null values. We also get information about the column statistics, the date related statistics. When you click on the date related statistics, for example, I got the statistic function here. If you look at the column statistics and you go to date, then you'll be able to get the summary. It tells you what are the month for which the data is available, what are the days on which the transactions happened. So at one glance, you find that sales have taken place on every day of the week, which means there are sales even on Sunday also. And you also find there are 2 cells which have inconsistent values or data, which are the last 2 records. So this is how you can get this information. Similarly, now for the numeric statistics, this gives you the complete summary of all the data in one glance. What are the total sum of records? What are the maximum value? What is the minimum value? What is the absolute value? What are the negative record? What are the positive records? You find this particular function. Can you imagine what are the time it took for us to get this result from this particular file? It would have taken only 5 minutes to generate this result, 5 to 10 minutes to generate all these results. In fact, classify, we just run one function and ask it to save. All the 30, 40 types of classify was done in one. But before this, we had to do analysis on the records to find out what is the type of records and what is the total number. This is a quick analysis we did, which is called as a personal profiling, to understand what is the type of data and decide what is the inference we can draw. Okay, this is the original file they sent. Similarly, the same type of analysis was also done for the inward. Okay, this is how I'll show you one more example, which we did for large data set for the GST audit only. Then I'll show you specific functions of how ECAT works. Now here, if you see, we have got up more than 57. This is the index file. If you look at the index file, now this is the file which I got. Now we have got something called domestic WIP. Okay. Now if you see, now this is a domestic IP. It tells me there are 3,572 rows. What number of columns? What are the total number of cells? Now first let us go to the numeric statistics. Now this gives me the complete numeric statistics, which means for this particular file. Now you want to see how this really works. Now let me go to this particular data. This is the data I had. Now I want to compute the numeric statistics. Let's say you have not seen any of this function. Let me show you this function. I go to ECAT Pro, and then I go to statistics, and then I go to column statistics. Now it will validate the column name and identify columns, whether data type, everything is correct. And after that, it opens this particular column. Now you see numeric statistics. I've got all these options. It gives me, these are all the fields available. Now remember, if I want all this, I have to just say, I'm just going to pick up a few so that it can run faster. Okay, and I say, I want all the numeric statistics. And I say, okay. Now on this particular file, the statistics is being computed as we speak, and it should be able to give me the result in a few seconds for the selected fields. Now you see, we got the result. So what does it say? For the fields which you got, for example, CGST, what are the average positive records? What is the IGST? What is SGST records? Similarly, what is the average of negative records? Which means there are negative records also. It gives a number of negative records. There are 3 records which are negative in CGST. In IGST, I've got 22. In SGST, I've got 3. What are the number of positive records? What are the total number of records? What are the zero value records? And what are the number of distinct records? Like that, I get a complete profiling of the data in only a few clicks. Now, this is about the numeric statistics. Similarly, I look at the date-related statistics. How do I get the date-related statistics? Same way, I go to the original data. I go to statistics, and I say I want column statistics. It will validate and confirm whether the columns are correct. I've got this data. Now I say date-related statistics. It identifies there are 3 fields which are date-related fields. I'm just going to pick up one bill date. Okay, let me also pick up the posting date. And I say I want all the date statistics. I click OK. Now you see it should be able to compile all the statistics for this date-related dates and give me the result. Now if you see here, this is what I showed you. The total number of records, what are the earliest date, what are the latest date, and it gives me for each of the months and each of the days, what are the number of transactions which happened. Now I want to save this in Excel. This is what I've done here when I did the analysis. I say Excel view, this data is stored in Excel. It's as simple as this. Okay, so I can also do classify based on various other criteria. And this is how this analysis was done. Now we asked them to give this test they want to perform, and we perform this analysis and gave them a demo, and they really like the software and they bought this software for use in the GST audit. This is about the case study. Now let me go back now to ECAT Pro and show you some of the latest developments in the software. What are the new functions which have been added? Now you remember this is what I said, use classify, use summarize, classify with condition. I don't duplicate. Like that you can perform multiple functions. So many functions can be performed using ECAT. Now ECAT, for the purpose of learning and for you to use this, we have got a sample data. I'm going to click on this sample data, also called as test data. I click on test data. The first thing you find is the ECAT Pro guidelines. This tells you what are the rules you have to follow when you're using ECAT. These are very simple rules. And then you also have frequently asked questions. Now you have some sample data, for example, QRate functions. So what is QRate functions? You remember we said the ECAT Pro, if you see here, we've got functions pertaining to remove. Now, what are the remove functions? Let's say non-alphabetic characters. We already given you some sample data so that you can test and learn how to use the software. So for each of the QRate data, we would have provided you sample data so that you can learn. Okay. For example, I have this data, remove all spaces. Let's say I go here and I say remove all spaces. You got this multiple spaces. Okay, let's say the function removes multiple spaces in the selected. Now, first row doesn't have columns because there's some special characters here. Yes, I say yes. It does the validation. Then after that, it gives you this. Then where do I want to perform? I want to perform on the column multiple spaces. Now, if you see here, where is the multiple spaces? In this case, if you see, there are multiple spaces. There are multiple spaces here. Office, after office, there are multiple spaces here. Air conditioner also, you see, after air and conditioner, there are multiple spaces. Now, I just select this and say, okay. Now, just see what happens. Now, see, all the data has been organized. All the multiple spaces are removed and only one space is retained. Okay, this is how you can perform. Similarly, we have got curate to functions. This is sample data for this. Now, curate to harmonize. This is a very important function. Now, if you see here, I want to curate this data. So we have got a function called here, harmonize sheet. I go to harmonize sheet. Now, I say I have to remove the top 10 rows. I say remove top 10x rows. I give 10 here. Not only that, there are so many options available. I said select all the basic options. And I say, okay. Now you see, just like magic, it will perform all the functions on this worksheet in one shot and get the data ready for you for performing the analytics. So it will remove the special characters. It will remove blank columns. If there are blank columns, it will rename the blank columns. See, all this is done. And now you got the data. And this is what you can use for the purpose of analysis. You got sales with items. These are all sample data which is available in the software for the purpose of performing the analysis. Now let's come back. Let me show you the demo. I have already shown you. Let me give a quick overview of what are the new functions we added in this release. Now, first is highlight minus or unique numbers. And this is available in the profile statistics function. What does it do? It highlights the negative numbers or the unique values in the selected numeric column. So what is the file we are going to use? We are going to use the test data procurement for testing this. Okay, let me come back here. I need to use the sample data. Let me close the other data which is not required. Now this is the data I have got. Now I need to go to procurement. I'm in procurement. Now what did I want? I want to identify the unique numbers or the negative numbers. Now I want to find out which are the negative numbers in the amount column here. Okay. Now there may be about 1,000+ columns here, and I want to identify these numbers. I say okay. Now here this function is already performed. How do I know whether it's been performed? I just come back here, data. I could have filtered it. I could have got it. Here, filter by color. See, now it has added a color here. See, these are the 3 which are negative values. So it means from the 1,100 records, it is able to identify, go through the whole column, identify which are the negative records. Now let's perform this function in a different way. Let's say I want to perform the same thing for, let's say, unique numbers, which means in this, which are the ones which are unique numbers. Now let's say amount. Okay. And I want to select, let me make a different color here. Let's say I take up this color. Okay. Now I want to filter based on the color, which means after performing, I want to pick up on this column amount. I want to filter and pick up which are the ones which are only unique, which means this is a procurement file. Which are the values where procurement has happened only at one time, the same values. Now you see here, we already applied the filter. Let's remove the filter. And now if I'm able to go there and check the amount by filter, now you see here, I think I didn't pick the right value. Let me just do this function again. I was looking at the unique values. I come to ECAD Pro. I come to statistics, highlight, unique number. I have to select the amount. Okay, I didn't select the option at all. See, this is the next, another option, unique numbers. And I select the color here. Let me select the color. I'm going to make it this color. Okay. So you have your negative numbers, unique numbers, and I said filter based on the color. Now you see what happens. See, now these are the 88 records out of the 1,100 records, which have happened only once, which means this 44,400 rupees has been bought only once. 8,525 has been bought only once. So this particular order has been bought for this value only once. So you get a complete perspective of which are the values which are negative, which are unique or negative. Here you got this negative value also, which has happened only once. So this is the function which I was talking about. Next, highlight function errors. What I want to know is, are there any errors in that function? Now I've got this particular function. I am going to perform this on the same data. Let's come back. Let me remove the filter. Data. I remove the filter. So now I've got the full values. Okay, now let me, no, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead. What is the type I'm interested in finding? Now, if you see here, we wanted to find out, are there errors? Okay, so just to be clear about the errors, I think it's important that we remove what is highlighted already so that we don't have any confusion. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the coloring is not going. Let's go ahead. So now let's come back and let's see how we can identify the errors. I come to ECAT Pro. Where is this available? Highlight function errors. Yes. I'll choose a different color. I've got this function error, which I want to do on the selected column, which is a column I want to do on the amount column. Okay, let me select a color. I'm going to select a different color here. Okay, this function should be able to identify, going through all this, which are the rows where there are errors. So in this case, we find in the amount, we did not find any errors. Okay, if there's errors, it would have shown the results. Let's go to the next one, which is identify gaps. Now this function, we can identify the gaps, which means if there are multiple records, let's say I'm taking this account transaction for testing. I'm going to take this file. Let's remove the filter. I've got this data. Okay, so what I would like to do is, in this case, I want to go to the file which is account trans. Okay. Yeah, this is the file. Now let me go to account trans. This is account trans file. Now we are going to perform next two functions. I'll close in another 5 minutes. Now if you see here, this is a transaction number. I want to find out in this transaction number, are there duplicates or there are gaps? This is what I'm interested in. For example, here, if you see between 11 and 13, there is a gap. Okay, now between 23 and 25, there's gaps. Like that, there could be thousands of rows. I want to find gaps in this. So I come to ECAT Pro. Where is the function available? Identify. In this identify gaps, you can do numeric or character. I said identify gaps in character. So what is the function? What is the column on which I want to perform? On the transaction number. So it identifies what is the format. And I say, give me the result. Now this should be able to go through, and then it tells me record number 12 to tell there is one gap, 24 to 24 is one gap, and 41 to 41 is one more gap. This is how you can identify the gaps. One more, cell-wise changes. So in the cell-wise changes, what will happen is it compares two worksheets cell by cell and highlights all the changes or the non-changes and displays the comments. Okay, so in this case, we can use the expense April and the expense May. I'm going to skip this for lack of time. Let's do an interesting function, fuzzy match. Okay, displays the similarity in the two values by eliminating transposition. This is a very interesting function. Let me show you this. I'm going to use this same file. Now I want to see this transaction has been written in multiple ways. I want to use this fuzzy match and see, are there duplicates in this? So here I go to fuzzy match arrange. Input value, what is the column I'm going to select? I'm going to select the transaction description. Okay, split value, I say I want space here. And then I say find duplicates. I say, okay. That's all. You see, it's very simple to use. Now you see the interesting part from the result. Now you see these transactions, the same transactions, they've written as purchase HDD of, okay, when it's rearranged, it comes in the same way, which means there's a duplicate. Again, this check number 93 towards printers, like this, they've written multiple times, and we're able to identify all these duplicates by rearranging the data in a few glances. Now you just see if it's been a name. Now I've written the name in multiple ways with small errors. All these I'll be able to find out using this fuzzy match arrange function. Similarly, auto open is a very simple function where you can open by default which is the function, which of the worksheet you want to open. For example, I'll just show you the idea. For example, if you have this ECAD Pro, now come to ECAD Pro, this is what is open. Now, if you come to this auto open, when you click on this auto open, it tells you which is the location. You can select the location. So once you specify the location and give the specific sheet, every time you open Excel, it automatically opens that Excel files. So what will happen is it will save you a lot of time. For example, you're working one set of files, you have put all these files in a particular folder. You can perform these functions at any time you open Excel. It will by default open. You can also clear it and once again reset the files in the way you want. Okay, these are the new features which have been added. There are also some enhancement which has been done. So for example, there's a function called stratify where you added the sum of two fields option. We also added the validation, which was not there earlier, and the tool tip, quick tip, etc. has been added. This is a quick overview of the updates of what is done in ECAD Pro and also an introduction of what ECAD can do for you. Now, before I close, I just want to show you, because one function I have highlighted many times, I just want to show you the classify function. For example, I have the sales data. Now, this is a very simple but very powerful function. What I would like to do is I would like to classify this data. You remember the CGST I showed you the classify so many times. Now, I want to classify based on name of the dealer, and I want the total of the sales amount and the unit sold, right? Now, this is what I want. Now, here I said I want a result field. I can do for one at a time, or I can select all the fields. When I select multiple fields, all these fields will be selected and added separately as a worksheet. When I say OK, you find all these are done. Now you see at one glance, you'll get the result. For classify, you find there are two which are blank. You get for each name of the party, what are the total number of the transactions which have happened and the count and the sum. And you can also sort this dynamically, okay, in ascending or descending order. So like this, we have got hundreds of functions. In this case, like I said, about 106 functions, 112 functions now is the new release. So this is what I want to inform you in this particular presentation. In the earlier webinars also, I have shown you demos of various other functions. So you can also watch that videos to get an idea about how ECAD works. So if you've got any questions, you can send an email to me. The last thing I would like to do is take you to a website, and the website will give you a lot of information about this software. It also has got demo videos, which you can see. If you go to wincad.com, now this is the website. Now, if you see here, Auto ECAD Pro, okay, this gives you the information about what is ECAD all about. What is ECAD Enterprise? You remember I showed you this. You also gives you the video. Okay. These are where you can get the complete information about what the software is all about. Not only that, now if you come to specific functions, for example, what is ECAD Pro? You can get a complete overview of what is ECAD Pro. Okay, you want to know why you use ECAD Pro? You can come here. Similarly, you want to know what are the functions which are available? You can click on this. You can get the complete list of functions which are available in ECAD Pro. You remember the Excel file which I showed you? This gives you the complete list of the functions which are available in ECAD Pro. Okay, so thank you very much. This is what I wanted to quickly cover in this particular presentation. If you've got any questions, maybe I can take one or two questions. I hope this webinar was useful to you and you're able to get an overview of what ECAD is all about. So if you'd like to unmute, you can unmute and ask questions.
Thank you, Mr. Rafiq. It was a very useful presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Tripathi. Yeah.
Though there are no questions as of now.
Yeah.
Because as and when we start using it, then probably we'll come across more questions.
Okay.
So I have not yet tried my hands on this tool right now.
Yeah, I think the best thing is to get started because we have given you a lot of sample data on which you can work. Plus, we also got